Lisa's Pantry. So today I'm going to do another inspired video. This video was inspired by Bear Prepper, and so she made Reese's peanut butter cups out of food storage, and I thought, I have a ton of peanut butter stored and I need to know how to use it. And my husband loves anything chocolate and peanut butter. And I have to say, if I was going to have a weakness for any kind of sweets, that would be it. I can turn down most other sweets, but yeah, I really enjoy chocolate and peanut butter together. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm not going to use my peanut butter powder because I don't want to open up a brand new can for this, but I am going to use the peanut butter that I have stored, and I'm going to try to do it like she did. So I hope I do the recipe justice. I loved this video. I was just like, oh my gosh, I want it for breakfast. Anyways, so I'll leave the link to Bear Prepper's channel in the description box or show more box below, right next to my Facebook and my Wild Tree links, and maybe you can go check those out as well. Somewhere along the line, if you love this video or like it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and post it on your Facebook page and share it with friends, because it really looked like a great recipe and super easy, and you can make your own candy for pennies out of your food storage. So let's go make some Reese's peanut butter cups. Okay guys, so I'm so glad you stayed along for this, because hopefully it comes out as good as it sounded like Bear's came out. Anyways, I'm lining a regular cupcake sized pan with cupcake liners, because that's about the size of a Reese's peanut butter cup. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to do it that way and see what happens. So I've got some shelf-stable cream. I've got my cocoa here, and I also brought out some, let me reach around here. I brought out some Ghirardelli's ground chocolate, and this is a little sweeter, so we'll see if I need it. It's more like a milk chocolate. We'll see if I need it. So we've got, let's see, we're going to do this first. A half a cup of cocoa, okay, goes in there. And she called it the half cup recipe, but there's actually some other measurements as well. So this shelf-stable cream, I actually got the idea to use this from I'm Still Working. So now I'm going to post her channel in the description box as well. So I'll show you how that looks when it comes out of the can. It's a heavy, thick consistency. So I may have to water it down. It's a little thicker than, or maybe I'll just add more. Maybe we'll just do a whole container. How about that? Because I'm not very good at following directions, even though I know the first time I make something I should. But I think we'll be okay on this one. Okay, and then we want a half a stick or a half a cup of butter as well in here. And I like to put this, keep my butter at room temperature, just because then it's ready to work with whenever you need it. And I buy my butter in bulk. I haven't done the canned butter yet, just because I really, honest and truly, have not had time. And I'm going to add some of this cocoa. Maybe another, not quite a half cup, about a quarter of a cup of the Ghirardelli's lighter cocoa. It's sweet, so we need to, now also we need to add honey. And the honey is also a half a cup. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the honey in there and start mixing this. And the honey needs to come, this is the last of this container, so we won't need as much honey because that other chocolate has sugar in it. I'm going to set this in a double boiler just to get the honey a little bit more cooperative. I should have done that prior to the video, but I can do that right now. And I'll bring you back after I get this all mixed up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so you can see how this is mixing up pretty well. I'm just going to turn it up just a little bit, see what happens here. And then we're going to give it a taste test here. I don't think it's mixed up enough for me, but we'll see. We'll just dip this spoon in there and feel how. Wow, that's really good. And that doesn't have that much sugar in it, which is surprising as far as honey goes. I was shy a half a cup. I only put about a third of a cup of honey, but so I think that having this other chocolate involved, the Ghirardelli's chocolate, because it is sweet, yeah, it's sweet ground chocolate and cocoa. I think that that's good. So we're going to have to go ahead and finish getting this mixed up good, because I can still see streaks of butter, and I really like it. And if you wanted it creamier or more of a milk chocolate, you could add more cream. I'm quite sure of it. And it would be delicious. Like I said, my husband, well, he's got a sweet tooth, and so he's so excited that I'm making these. Okay, so I'm going to get to filling the cups, or at least part of it. Get to filling the cups, and I'll bring you along for that. Okay, so I almost didn't put in the other part of the butter. It's a cup of butter to, yeah, and there's only, okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that other half cup of butter in there and get that whipped up. That's my bad. I'm sure that it's going to help this chocolate set well. That's what I'm guessing. And lock that in place and get going on that. So that's going to take a little bit of whipping that up and getting it all incorporated, and then we'll be ready to put them in the cups. So it tastes really, really good. I have to say that if I have a weakness, it'll be this, but I'll send them with my husband so I'm not tempted. All right, and this is not something we make all the time, but just to know that you can make this out of what you already have on hand is such a great feeling. To know that you put back what you need whenever you want it. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and spoon this into, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this other than fingers. My hands are clean. It's really light and fluffy, so I'm not sure if that's what I needed for this. I know Bear was saying hers was a little fluffy too, but you have to get that butter incorporated somehow, so I'm not sure. And then, oh, I can't wait, we're going to do the peanut butter mixture. So what I'm going to do with this while the peanut butter is figuring its way into the process, I'm actually going to put these in the fridge. Well, maybe not, because I have an idea for the peanut butter. I think I can make it work where it's like a filling. And even if it was a layered Reese's, who cares, right? It's homemade. It's supposed to look like you didn't buy it, right? That's what I think. Anyway, okay, we got plenty. We might even have enough for more. Oh, this is dangerous. Dangerous. Danger, danger. Okay, so now, wash your hands, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a spoon here and bring it up to the sides a little bit. That'll give me a well to put that peanut butter in. Oh my gosh. It's hard to even look at this because I'm not a sweets eater, but I do love chocolate in small amounts, and I love peanut butter and chocolate. So I can just almost taste these. I can't wait to get the peanut butter going. Okay, and we got chocolate all around the edges of those. That's really pretty easy with a spoon. To hollow out a little center for yourself. Now, this isn't going to be in the fridge long enough to set up, but it'll get started. So, I'm going to save that spoon for the top of these. And there you go. Look at that. Let's get our peanut butter going. And I'm going to come back for that. Okay, so now we're going to do the peanut butter mixture. And this is an all-natural peanut butter, so it has that oil on top. You've got to kind of mix it in together. And you can almost just pour it into your container. We need a cup of peanut butter. I might do a little more, but we'll see. Because I have a lot of chocolate left. And so a nice heaping cup full of peanut butter. Oh, well, see, it just comes right out of that because of the oil. Some recipes call for butter. Now, Bear's recipe called for butter in this step because the oil has been pretty much taken out of the peanut butter by the dehydrated, or because of the dehydration. So now we need some powdered sugar. Oh my goodness, powdered sugar and or confectioner's sugar. And you wanna put this together slowly because you can end up with a mess all over your kitchen. Quite often when I'm trying to fill this jar, I make a mess. So, and I did, I made a mess on the counter. Okay, so I want, let's see, I want a good 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And I saw some recipes that actually crushed up graham crackers, and they did, they added that to the mixture. I'm not going to do that. I think this will be just as good my way. Okay, we'll see though. If it isn't, we're going to fix it. So we're going to clean that rim off. And I keep the powdered sugar sealed. It's in my pantry. So we're going to lock this down, and it's going to be very slow to begin with. So like on a number 1 on your KitchenAid or your mixer, you need to have it pretty slow. You see you got powdered sugar right now in the air. But let me bring you over and let you look at this. See how it's mixing together? And you want it to kind of turn to that kind of sandy yet paste consistency that you get in the middle of a Reese's peanut butter cup. So when we get that, I'll bring you right back. Okay, you guys, this is like a heavy cookie dough, but I can tell you that this is what you want. You want it that sandy kind of consistency, and when you put it, when you put it in your mouth, good thing it's easier for us. When you put a little piece in your mouth, think about how the middle of a Reese's feels like. And it's perfect. Now, I had to add a ton of peanut butter. I did a little over 1.5 cups of confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. And I had to add half of this jar. It's down to here now. So, of peanut butter. So maybe, wow, 20, this is a 40-ounce jar. I'm going to say probably 16 ounces because there was a little bit off the top. And you also want to add in a pinch, half a teaspoon of salt, okay, because the sweet and the salt will, not too much because peanut butter has salt in it as well. Not that this is going to be healthy, but now we're going to take our little muffin tin and put the peanut butter filling in. I'm so excited. And I may have to make some more chocolate. Who knows? This is a lot of filling. I think they're going to be more like peanut butter cupcakes. All right, let's go see what we got. I'm back for the peanut butter, and so I've got my peanut butter, it's like a dough, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a handful of that, and with your clean hands, figure out how you want this inside that. I want a good amount of peanut butter, look at that. So maybe a tablespoon of peanut butter, I'm thinking that's a good amount. Just roll it into a little smaller than what's in there so the chocolate can go around the edges if you really want them perfect. And, oh man, my husband, he's going to want to marry me all over again, I'm telling you. Well, I'm a little bit shy there. So, honestly and truly, this is easy so far. We'll see if they set up. It looks like the chocolate's trying to set up. I had them in the freezer, but only as long as it took to put this together. So, if I end up with some, you know, enough to make more. I'm gonna make more. We'll see what I end up with. Now, if you made too much of one or the other, you can certainly put this in the fridge and save it for another Reese's Peanut Butter Day. Peanut butter cups. Okay. Oh, and I get to have one, or maybe just a half of one of these. I'll have a half of one, and I'll give the other half to my honey. Okay. And this, I don't want to turn the camera off because I don't know. I feel cheated when somebody turns the camera off and I've missed, you know, out on maybe not a step, but just for the sake of shortening it up, I don't mind. If I've committed to watch a video, I actually like being brought along for the whole thing because it makes me feel like we are gonna, I'm gonna understand what's being done a little bit better, and I'm a visual person, so there you go. Oh yeah, we're gonna have way more than we need because I still have tons of peanut butter left. And now we gotta move on to the chocolate part again. And this time I am going to, we're gonna use our fingers again. I am going to put these in the freezer and or refrigerator because that chocolate's really soft. So you wanna just get that right down around the edge of the peanut butter, and so it kind of seals down with the other chocolate down beneath. Use your finger, why not? And like I said, I suspected it's a peanut butter cupcake, peanut butter Reese's cupcake on a couple of these. Wow, but this is dessert. This isn't a snack. Share it with somebody you love. Ooh, I should have made these in mini cups. Mini Reese's would have been better for me. I tend to do things too big, and I think this is one of them. But since it's the first time I made this, it's okay. We probably have enough here for a couple dozen between the chocolate and the peanut butter. I want to see how well it sets up before I make the other batch, because if it doesn't set up correctly, I might have to change something with the mix I already have. So that being said, let's get that layer of chocolate. I'm almost there. I know I've got the peanut butter mixture just right. I'm just not positive about the chocolate, even though it tastes really good. I want to make sure it sets up properly. And I don't know what company actually makes Reese's, but I don't think they make them like this. I think Reese's are full of garbage. The chocolate, any actual brand of chocolate now, candy-wise, tastes really waxy to me. It's not enjoyable. Okay, so I've got all of them filled now. Now I've got plenty of chocolate, I think, to do another batch, and maybe peanut butter to do 2 more batches. I'm going to put these in the freezer and let them get set really well, and I'll bring you back for the tasting, and I'll let you know what my honest opinion is. And if you wanted to go in here and smooth these out and make them all pretty, that's totally up to you. I'm not going to worry about it because they're just for us, and I want him to know that I made these homemade. Maybe I do like it better. Sometimes I'm just fickle. Okay. All right. Look at that. All right. So wipe that off. All right. I will be right back. All right. So what I've got here is I couldn't get my other chocolate to set up properly. And so I don't know what mistake I made, and Bear, if you watch this, maybe you can tell me. It's delicious, but it tastes, let's see, it tastes fluffy, and it, how else can I describe it? It didn't have I mean, it didn't set up, so that was my main concern. I couldn't get it to set up hard. And so I've resorted, because I've got all this peanut butter mixture and nobody wants to waste perfect peanut butter filling. So I took and melted down some Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate, and ooh, does this work good. So I guess I'll either, until I learn how to make my own better, I'll have to store these in the future, I guess. I'm going to give you a visual as soon as I get done with this. Here, I'll show you how I do these, and then we'll move on. And with clean hands, you take that peanut butter mixture that we made, and you just make a little filling, put it right in there and nestle it down. It works perfect. You do not have to chill the bottom first, like you might think. I just chill it all together. And I don't skimp on the peanut butter because we love peanut butter and chocolate. The peanut butter's one of the best parts of this. And then you're going to take another spoon, and it takes for a dozen of these, and they're big. I'll see, I'll show you. It takes about a 12 ounce plus another probably 6 ounces. It takes about a package and a half if you're using 12 ounce packages of chocolate. And I did the chocolate, I don't like to microwave it. I think it, I don't know, it changes it. But I do it in a double boiler method. So then you just smear that big old chocolate, and there you go. These are going to go into the refrigerator for about a half hour, and I'll show you what they look like. All right, let's get to taste testing. How about it? We'll get this out of the way. And I'll bring over one of each of the other ones. And I'll show you what I've got. Let's look. See, you can see what I see. Okay. I'm going to give you a close-up here. Sorry. I'm going to move a little bit, but I want you to see exactly how it looks inside. And let's get a plate. And you can see the difference, and you can even see how this one's hard and this one's still soft. This was the one that I made from the chocolate. And these are delicious, but they're really soft. So they're kind of something you want to have like with ice cream or something you don't mind if it's soft. But this one, check this out. This is like a perfect Reese's, only I think nowadays they kind of scrimp on it. Oh, let's get it where you can actually see it. Look how nice that is. So let's give this one, cut this one open. And you can see that soft squishy one there. So let's open this. And these have been sitting at room temperature, so this is not refrigerator cold. But look at that. Is that a perfect Reese's peanut butter cup? I think so. And I think I should have a bite. And I did these exact same way as I just showed you. So. That was good. That's dessert. So I truly hope that this inspires you to maybe make your own Reese's peanut butter cups. Start fiddling around with what you can do with the things you already have put back in your pantry. And you know what? This isn't, to me, this isn't a fail. It's just a delicious experiment. And a delicious learning curve. And so now I know how I can make them right now, because I always stock up on chocolate chips. I get the big bags at Costco, and I stock up around the holidays. This gives me a way to use them all up. And so that being said, I hope if you like this, you give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, I hope you share it on your Facebook page. Maybe share it with your friends and family. And I hope, most of all, that I see you next time. And guys, go over and visit Bear Prepper's channel. I'll leave the link to her channel in my show more box below. And there you go. All right, guys. Delicious. God bless.